welcome back to my channel, where today is the weekend, and on the weekend I take a weekend off from doing comic reviews and the hard work videos, and I like to use these days to kind of just do other type of videos that I enjoy doing. And today I want to kill two birds with one stone and talk about 2016 and explain why I'm talking about 2016. Every year at Christmas I invite people to write letters to me, and instead of presents and gifts, which, you know, is a beautiful thing if people do send them, but that's not what I ask for. I ask for nice little letters, and if you put your return address label on it, I will reply to you. I just think it's a beautiful thing that I do every year. I save all the letters until Christmas Day and then read them all in the morning, and I keep them forever. They mean so much to me. I haven't got round to replying to anyone just yet this year, so if you did write to me, don't worry if I haven't replied to you yet, because before New Year even hit, I went to Paris for 3 weeks, so a little bit irresponsible in tax return season, but there you go. But this is the first time I'm replying to someone because he actually asked me to reply through YouTube. So this video is in reply to Arron Hart. He wrote a wonderful letter. In fact, it just made me so happy reading it. Basically, he said he wanted to write me a letter that meant something and that he was really in love with this idea, but he didn't know what to write. So he turned 2016 around for him. Instead of talking about all the bad things that happened last year, he wrote, how many things? 5 things that were great for him that happened that year. And it was like getting accepted into college. He joined a Liverpool-based hiking group. You know, that's awesome. And then he said he'd love to know the things that meant something to me last year. So this is going to be the top 5 things that happened to me in 2016. And thank you, Arron, for the idea and the letter. So number 1, I'm going to try and do a chronological order because I don't think I could do them in order of importance or greatness. But the first thing I did in 2016 was I started to daily vlog. On the 1st of January, I did my first daily vlog. I think I'd done like 2 or 3 vlogs before then, but they were just as and when vlogs. But on the 1st of January, I did my first daily vlog, and I vlogged every single day for over a year now. And by doing those vlogs, it made me realize that I didn't want to do boring content, so I would constantly push myself to do exciting things which challenged my anxiety, it broadened my horizons, it made new friends and created amazing life experiences. And honestly, I wouldn't have done half the stuff I did last year if it wasn't for the fact my initial thought was that'd be good content, and the byproduct of it was that I had a much more fulfilling life. Number 2. The second thing I did this year is I started traveling more. I went to Amsterdam, then I went to America, I ended up going to Paris. I even just went to places in England. I went to London to visit my uncle and visit people off YouTube, Sarah from Dating Books. I'd never met her before, and she was from America and she was visiting England. And you know, once again, did it for the YouTube, and 2, did it for life experiences. And I hadn't traveled abroad for nearly 10 years. And then I went to 3 different countries in 1 year. And yeah, I've kind of got the bug for it now, as everyone says you do. Number 3. This kind of touches on the traveling, but the next thing that happened to me throughout this year was I was a guest. It was the first time that I was ever officially a cosplay guest, but I was also an international cosplay guest. I went to Harrisburg Comic-Con in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and honestly, it was one of the most amazing times of my life. I only went for a weekend, but I met the most incredible people. I became friends with cosplayers like D. Piddy and Nightmage, who is in his home life a cop who is helping and protect people, and then he'll go around to cosplay conventions and cosplay and give all his prints out for donations, and all that money goes to children charities. He is incredible. He is one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever met. And I met other awesome people like the incredible artist Jamie Snell and Kimberly and just everyone else, and the event organizers. Patrick was just insane. They were the most incredible, most hospitable host you've ever met, and it was just, I can't wait to go back. I hope I'm going back. I just loved them. I loved everyone. They were incredible. So yeah, I was an international cosplay guest. Number 4. Number 4 also is kind of tying in with travel and conventions and cosplay guests, because I started going to a lot more conventions. Using the followers that I have on this channel, I was able to get press passes for virtually every single convention I applied for. I started going to a lot more local based conventions, and because they were much smaller than the big ones I used to only go to, like MCM and LSEC, I ended up having more time to talk to the people around me, and it was amazing how much networking I did at these little events, or medium big events, even big events. I went to MCM as well. And for once, instead of stressing about cosplaying and making stuff, and even the cosplay diets I'd put myself through so I looked as good as I could possibly look in front of the camera, I was behind the camera and I was taking pictures of every other talented person that was there, and using YouTube once again to feed another creative outlet or need or hunger that I have, which is just to be creative. And I made these cosplay music videos, and you have no idea how much enjoyment I get from doing them. I love the fact that I'm meeting people, but I've always loved editing. When I was a kid, I used to go on this website called gametrailers.com, and I used to make game trailers to music. There was this one that to this day I'm still really proud of, but I can't find anywhere now. And it was a Final Fantasy Advent Children video, and it was just a music video to a song. But I loved it. I love doing stuff like that anyway, so it's awesome. And number 5. This was kind of a tough one because I kind of wanted to say that I made loads of friends, but everything kind of tied into a beautiful memory with friends. I did strengthen friendships. I did have beautiful times with everyone, but I also do think that just every year I'm lucky and blessed and I meet loads of awesome people, and so that's kind of like an honourable mention. But this one, it can't go ignored. It can't go unmentioned. I have to say it. I wrote a book. A book that I'm very uncomfortable talking about because it was rushed and I'm not 100% happy with the writing. I have to be honest with that. I would love to rewrite it again one day and just touch up the grammar and strengthen paragraphs and prose. But overall, I wrote a book. Start, middle, end. Plot is all mine. Inspired by the most talented artist you've ever met, Alan Sheedy, but the story that I eventually wrote and the plot that I did, although inspired from the cover that he made, was mine. And I finished a book, and I've never finished a book in my life, and I've been writing since I was 6. And I have to be proud of that, even though I beat myself up and I'm not 100% happy with it and I struggle talking about it and it's everyone else that gives me the compliments. I have to at least say, I wrote a book. It's a bucket list. It's been on my bucket list since I knew what a bucket list was, and I'm so happy and grateful and blessed that I've done that. And I have, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy, and it's just, so yeah, 2016 was actually the best year of my life. Not great for the world, but best for my life. I did stuff, I met people, I strengthened friendships, I made new friends, I broadened my horizons, challenged my anxiety, and just got a lot of positives from it. And I'm not even going to focus on the negative ones because the positive ones are the ones I'm going to remember the rest of my life because they're so good. Thank you, Arron, for the idea, and there you have it. The top 5 most brilliant things that happened to me in 2016. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. If not, just watch the ones on the weekday because they're the geeky ones. And yeah, please give the video a like if you did like it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe because I do geeky videos every weekday and then weird random videos on the weekend. What could they be? Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye.